You know that feeling late at night when your legs start to twitch or tighten just as you're trying to fall asleep? Maybe it starts with a dull ache in the calves or a sudden, stabbing cramp that makes you jump out of bed in pain. You try to stretch it out, maybe walk it off, but the discomfort lingers into the morning. What if I told you there's one common drink, something you might think is totally harmless, even healthy, that could be behind it? And worse, it's something many seniors sip right before bed, believing it helps them sleep better or stay hydrated. Here's the truth. Some bedtime beverages quietly drain your muscle strength, disrupt mineral balance in your body, and sabotage your leg health while you sleep. You wake up stiff, slower, or needing help just to stand, without realizing this one habit could be the silent culprit. You might be drinking it right now. We'll tell you which drink is harming your legs, what it does to your aging muscles overnight, and what to sip instead to wake up with strength. Not SORENESS. As we age, it's natural to feel our bodies change. Maybe you've noticed it's harder to rise from the couch without pushing off with both hands. Or perhaps stairs that once felt easy now seem to stretch endlessly. These shifts don't happen overnight, but they're often tied to a slow, quiet loss of leg strength that sneaks up on you. And while most seniors blame aging, arthritis, or just slowing down, there's often another, overlooked factor working against you. It's what you consume at night, and it might be weakening your muscles while you sleep. Let's imagine your legs as hardworking teammates. They've carried you through every chapter of life, from dancing at weddings to chasing grandkids around the yard. But like any teammate, they need the right fuel to keep performing. When the wrong ingredients sneak in, especially before rest, they can no longer recover properly. That's when the soreness creeps in, the cramps begin, and the struggle too. Simply stand upright in the morning starts to feel normal. Here's the part most people miss. Your muscles do their deepest repair work at night. This is the body's recovery shift, where tissues rebuild, minerals get replenished, and inflammation is soothed if you give it the right tools. But if you're sipping something that disrupts your sleep, dehydrates your cells, or interferes with calcium and magnesium balance, you're unknowingly making your legs work twice as hard. And they're already tired. In fact, according to a study published in Age and Aging, nighttime muscle cramps are not just uncomfortable. They're often the body's alarm system, signaling deeper nutritional or circulatory imbalances. And yes, what you drink matters. Some beverages act like thieves in the night. They rob your muscles of hydration, flush out key minerals through urine, and send mixed signals to your nervous system, which can trigger cramps or spasms. But because these drinks are often recommended in magazines or by friends, they feel safe. Maybe it's a calming tea you've taken for years. Maybe it's juice you thought would help with inflammation, or a low-calorie drink that claims to support hydration. On the surface, they sound helpful. But when you look at what happens inside the body, especially in a senior body, they can cause more harm than good. The result? You wake up groggy, with legs that feel like they've been through a marathon you don't remember running. The strength you're trying so hard to hold on to slips away, not because of lack of effort, but because your nighttime habits are secretly working against you. Here's the good news. It's not too late. By understanding which drinks are hurting you and what to replace them with, you can begin to reclaim your nighttime restoration and, in turn, your daytime strength. We're going to dive into the one drink to avoid first, and then walk you through smarter, muscle-supporting choices that are easy to include, comforting to sip, and powerful in their benefits. But first, let's go deeper into what this drink is really doing to your body while you sleep. Because once you know, you'll never look at your evening routine the same way again. Picture this. You've had a long day maybe. You spent it running errands, maybe just relaxing on the porch. But either way, as the evening winds down, you reach for something to sip. It's part habit, part comfort, and part what you believe is healthy. But what if that simple glass is undoing all your hard work to stay mobile, balanced, and strong? One of the most misunderstood culprits is a common nighttime favorite: fruit juice. Yes, that glass of orange juice, apple juice, or even a natural fruit blend might seem harmless. After all, fruit is healthy, right? But for seniors, especially, those dealing with leg stiffness, cramps, or restless nights, fruit juice can be a hidden danger. Why? Because the concentrated sugar, even the kind that says no added sugar, acts differently in aging bodies. You see, your muscles depend heavily on minerals like potassium, magnesium, and calcium to function properly. These minerals keep your muscles relaxed, your nerves calm, and your cells hydrated. But sugar, especially in liquid form, throws that delicate balance into chaos. It spikes your insulin, encourages magnesium to be flushed out through urine, and interferes with your body's ability to properly absorb calcium. And guess which muscle group feels it first? The legs. The largest muscles in the body, and the ones that carry you every single day. Nighttime is when sugar does the most damage, because your body isn't active enough to burn it off. So instead, it settles into your bloodstream, affecting your nerves, stiffening blood vessels, and weakening the exact systems responsible for leg strength and flexibility. You may not notice it after one glass, but over weeks and months, the symptoms become clearer: frequent cramps in the calves, stiffness when getting up in the morning, and that unmistakable feeling of slowness in the legs that never used to be there. Worse still, the hidden acidity in many fruit juices can subtly pull calcium from your bones to neutralize the pH imbalance, leaving your bones and joints just a bit weaker each time. You won't feel it immediately, but it adds up. And the frustrating part is, you might be doing this believing you're supporting your immune system or getting more vitamins, because that's what the label says. But labels don't tell the full story for seniors. What helps a 30-year-old doesn't always help a 70-year-old. Your body now has different needs. It recovers slower, digests differently, and responds more sensitively to spikes and drops. That's why the same fruit juice that once gave you energy can now lead to leg cramps at 2 a.m., and why that seemingly innocent drink might be contributing to your loss of balance, lower step confidence, and nagging pain during daily tasks. It's not just fruit juice either. The list of misleading healthy drinks is longer than most people realize. Sports drinks filled with artificial electrolytes, certain herbal teas that act as diuretics, and even diet sodas that contain chemicals affecting nerve sensitivity. All of them can mess with your hydration, disrupt mineral balance, and cause those annoying cramps that leave you rubbing your calves in the middle of the night. But the good news is that knowledge is power. Once you understand how this works, you can make a small change that leads to noticeable relief. In fact, many seniors who cut out just one problematic drink and replace it with a smarter option report sleeping better, moving easier, and waking up with less stiffness in just a few weeks. So what exactly should you be sipping before bed to protect your muscles and strengthen your legs overnight? That's where the hope comes in, and that's exactly where we're headed next. Now, if all of that made you feel a little overwhelmed, please take a deep breath, because here's the most important thing you need to know right now. It's not too late. You are not stuck. And no matter how long you've been struggling with leg cramps, weakness, or poor sleep, there's still time to shift your body back into a stronger, more stable rhythm. Many seniors think that losing leg strength is just part of aging. And yes, aging does bring changes, but weakness, cramping, and the loss of independence, that's not destiny. That's a warning sign. It's your body whispering, "Please help me." And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't take a mountain of effort to help it. It takes awareness and just a few loving, intentional choices each day. Let's imagine for a moment what your life could look like just a few weeks from now. You step out of bed and your legs feel more cooperative, less like stiff wood, and more like they used to be responsive, lighter. You don't have to grab the nightstand for balance. You walk to the bathroom without wobbling. And the best part? You slept through the night without the usual interruption of a stabbing leg cramp that yanks you awake at 2 a.m. This future is entirely possible when you give your muscles what they need to recover, rebuild, and relax. And often, that starts with replacing what's harming you with something that heals you. The nighttime drink that's been silently draining your strength, you can swap it. Not with something extreme or strange, but with calming, muscle-supporting liquids that help your body repair itself while you sleep. In fact, there are a few gentle drinks, many of which you might already have in your kitchen, that have the power to soothe nerves, relax blood vessels, replenish magnesium, and protect your muscle fibers as you rest. This isn't about a magic bullet or another health trend. It's about working with your body's natural rhythm, supporting the nighttime healing cycle instead of interrupting it, and giving your legs, those strong, faithful legs, the tools they need to keep carrying you proudly for years to come. And it's not just about drinks either. The foods you eat during the day, the little stretches you do before bed, even the temperature of your room, all of it plays a role in your leg health. But none of it has to be hard. In fact, the best solutions are often the easiest ones because they're consistent, comforting, and designed for the body you live in right now. So let's move forward with that gentle, hopeful energy. Let's stop fearing what's going wrong and start embracing what can go right. Because just ahead, I'll show you the best nighttime alternatives to those harmful drinks, and more importantly, I'll walk you through how each one works, so you feel confident, supported, and safe in your choices. You deserve strong legs. You deserve restful sleep. And you deserve to wake up with peace in your joints, not pain in your calves. Let's shine a gentle light on one of the most overlooked, but incredibly powerful solutions for seniors struggling with nighttime leg cramps and weakness: tart cherry juice. Yes, that small, deep red fruit many folks only think about during the holidays carries within it a natural key to stronger legs and deeper sleep. Tart cherry juice isn't just a delicious bedtime sip. It's a quiet miracle your muscles have been waiting for. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Cherry juice? Really? And I understand the skepticism. It sounds too simple to be effective. But let me explain. Tart cherries are naturally rich in magnesium and potassium, two of the most crucial electrolytes for muscle relaxation and cramp prevention. These aren't just vitamins on a label. They are literal gatekeepers for how your muscles contract and release. When these minerals are low, which is very common in older adults, your muscles start sending out distress signals: tightness, spasms, sudden jolts of pain in the middle of the night. But tart cherry juice goes even deeper. It's also a natural source of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. Many seniors struggle with sleep, and when rest is poor, the body has fewer hours to recover and repair muscle tissue. Tart cherries provide just enough melatonin to help nudge your body toward rest without the harsh crash of sleeping pills. And better sleep means better muscle regeneration. There's even a fascinating twist. Studies have shown that tart cherry juice reduces inflammation in the muscles and joints. That means your knees, calves, and thighs, those areas that often ache or throb as you age, could actually feel relief just from sipping a small glass before bed. No more waking up with that hot, stabbing pain in the lower legs. No more constant tossing and turning, trying to find the right position. Just calm, just healing. The beauty of this drink is how gentle it is. There's no sugar crash like with soda. There's no dehydration effect like with tea or coffee. It's not a diuretic that makes you run to the bathroom at midnight. It's simply a quiet crimson elixir that supports your body exactly when it needs it most. And the best part, you don't need much. A small glass, just 4 to 6 ounces, taken about 1 hour before bedtime, is enough to start making a difference. Within a week or two, many seniors report feeling fewer spasms, sleeping more deeply, and waking up without the usual soreness in their legs. Tart cherry juice is not a miracle cure, but it is a powerful ally. It works with your body, not against it. And for many, it's the beginning of a new nighttime ritual, one that signals to the body, you're safe, you can rest now. We're healing. This is just one of the nighttime swaps that can bring relief and rebuild strength. There are others too, each with its own gentle power. And in just a moment, I'll show you a few more foods and habits that can help your legs feel lighter, steadier, and more pain-free. But before we get to that list, I'd love to check in with you. Before we move forward, I want to take a moment with you. If this message is resonating, if even a small part of this journey feels like yours, then I want you to know something important. You are not alone in this. Every day, thousands of seniors are silently battling leg pain, cramping at night, and that frustrating feeling of weakness when standing up or walking across the room. You might have felt brushed off, ignored, or told it's just part of getting older. But the truth is, your body still listens. It still responds. And with the right guidance, it can still heal. If anything we've covered so far sounds familiar, the interrupted sleep, the fear of falling, the stiffness that greets you in the morning, then let's turn this into a conversation. Scroll down just a little and drop a 1 in the comments if this is something you've experienced. Or type 0 if not. Either way, your voice helps others realize they're not alone. And sometimes, just knowing others are walking the same path brings a kind of comfort medicine can't provide. Also, if you found this helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. We create every video with you in mind, with real care, real research, and a deep respect for the journey you're on. When you hit that subscribe button, you're not just supporting a channel, you're becoming part of a community that values your health, your freedom, and your dignity. And don't forget to like the video, especially if you've learned even one thing that made you stop and say, I didn't know that. Every like tells YouTube this content matters and helps us reach more seniors who may be suffering quietly, thinking their leg problems are just something they have to live with. If you've ever had that moment of standing by your bed, gripping the mattress to steady yourself, or lying in the dark, rubbing your calves, wishing the pain would go away, then please stay with us. Because in the next part, I'll walk you through a list of everyday foods and habits that can actually make a difference. No complicated recipes, no expensive supplements, just real, simple steps that can begin to ease your discomfort and help you move with more confidence and less fear. Now, let's talk about the real, practical steps you can take starting today to strengthen your legs, soothe those stubborn cramps, and reclaim the comfort of simple movement. These aren't exotic superfoods or trendy powders. They're everyday options that have been studied, respected, and time-tested to support muscle health and hydration, especially for seniors. Let's begin with bananas. You've probably heard that bananas are good for cramps, and there's truth in that. They're rich in potassium, which your muscles need to contract and relax properly. But what many people don't know is that bananas are also packed with magnesium and vitamin B6, both of which help regulate nerve signals. Without these nutrients, your muscles may twitch, spasm, or cramp, especially when you're resting. Having half a banana with breakfast or a small slice before bed can keep your mineral levels steady through the night, giving your legs a better chance to rest. Next, we have sweet potatoes. They're not just delicious and comforting, they're one of the best sources of potassium and complex carbohydrates. Unlike white potatoes, sweet potatoes have a lower glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar. That's especially important because unstable blood sugar can worsen inflammation and lead to vascular issues that reduce circulation to your legs. Poor circulation is often a hidden cause of night cramps. Just half a baked sweet potato at dinner can gently boost your body's mineral balance and help your muscles feel supported instead of overworked. Another surprising hero for leg strength is Greek yogurt. It's not just about the calcium, although that does help your bones. The real power here comes from the combination of protein and probiotics. As we age, we tend to lose muscle mass unless we're actively replenishing it. Greek yogurt provides high-quality protein, and the live cultures help your gut absorb magnesium and potassium better. That means the nutrients you eat aren't just passing through, they're actually being used by your body where you need them most. Try adding a few spoonfuls to breakfast or using it as a snack in the afternoon when leg fatigue tends to settle in. Then there's spinach. Leafy greens often get overlooked when we think about leg cramps, but they're incredibly important. Spinach offers a concentrated dose of magnesium, which is essential for relaxing tight muscles. It also contains nitrates that improve blood flow. That means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your leg tissues. Whether you toss a handful into your eggs or blend it into a smoothie, this green really does go to work behind the scenes, keeping those nighttime twinges from taking over. Finally, we need to talk about water, but not just plain water. One of the best ways to reduce cramping is to stay hydrated with a balance of electrolytes. That's where coconut water comes in. It's nature's electrolyte drink, rich in potassium, sodium, and a little bit of sugar to help with absorption. But here's the trick. You don't want to overdo it. A small glass, about 4 to 6 ounces, in the evening can help prepare your muscles for a cramp-free night. Just avoid having it too close to bedtime, so you're not up making extra bathroom trips. All these foods are gentle, accessible, and deeply nourishing for the aging body. They don't promise miracles overnight, but with daily use, they can absolutely help you feel steadier, stronger, and more comfortable in your own legs again. And when your legs feel better, you do more. You stretch farther, walk longer, rest deeper. The ripple effect touches everything from your confidence to your sleep. If you've made it this far, I want to pause for a moment and say thank you. Not just for watching, but for caring enough about your body, your future, and your freedom to truly listen. Because what you're facing, tightness in the calves, aching legs at night, sudden cramps while walking, is more than just a nuisance. It's your body calling out for help. And the fact that you've stayed here through every word tells me you're ready to answer that call. Aging is not easy. We often joke about forgetting things or needing an extra minute to get moving in the morning. But deep down, there's a quieter worry. What if this stiffness doesn't go away? What if these leg cramps get worse? What if one day you can't walk to the mailbox or stand long enough to cook dinner? These fears aren't silly. They're real and they're valid. But so is your strength. So is your ability to make small, wise choices that protect your mobility, your comfort, and your independence. You still have time. That's the message I want to leave with you today. No matter how old you are, no matter how long you've struggled with fatigue or pain, your body still responds. Muscles still rebuild. Nerves still heal. Blood still flows stronger with the right care. And even though aging can feel like something slipping out of your hands, I promise it is never too late to tighten your grip on life again. When you choose a banana over a cookie, a glass of coconut water over soda, a short stretch, over another hour on the couch, you are not just avoiding leg cramps. You're saying yes to a better tomorrow, to a lighter step, to being able to reach that top cabinet without wobbling, to rising from a chair without a struggle. These aren't miracles. These are earned. Moments of strength yours for the taking, Dot. And here's the final thing I want to say. You're not doing this alone. Every week, seniors just like you gather here in this space learning, growing, and healing together. So let's make that community even stronger. If something today opened your eyes, touched your heart, or made you rethink what you're eating, please type one thing you learned in the comments. Let others know they're not alone either. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We make videos just like this every single week, designed with love and backed by science for people who want to age with dignity and grace. Hit that little bell too, so you never miss a step on your journey back to strength. Your legs carry more than your body. They carry your freedom, your connection to the world, your ability to rise, to reach, to dance, and to stand proud. So protect them, nourish them, honor them, because the best years don't have to be behind you. They can be waiting just around. To corner with every healing step you choose to take, Dot. Thank you for spending this time with me. And until next time, keep moving forward one strong leg at a time.